Hello friends, I am Ambika. Welcome to SA Educational Hub, a platform to share knowledge, service providers, Shitun and Ambika. In this Python tutorial, we learn Python list indexing. What is an indexing in Python? How to access individual items in a list in Python. Use of negative index in a list in Python. Then we'll discuss indexing error in a list in Python. Then we'll discuss type error. Examples. Indexing. Accessing individual values in a list. What is an index? Each item in the list can be individually accessed using its index. An index is an integer. An index of a list starts from 0. The first item in the list is at index 0. The second item is at index 1. The third item is at index 2 and so on. Because the first index starts from 0, the last index is 1 less than the length of the list. For instance, in a list of 4 items, the last index is 3. We can access an item in the list by specifying its index within square brackets. To get a better understanding of the indexing, let's examine some examples of indexing in a list in Python. Example. In this example, a list containing 4 items, cat, dog, horse, cow, is assigned to the variable a. We can access an item in the list by specifying its index within square brackets. Because the index begins at 0, the Python code a sub 0 would evaluate to cat and a sub 1 would evaluate to duck and so on. The first print statement a sub 0 will display the first item in the list, that is cat. The integer inside the square brackets that follows the list is called an index. Here the indexes are 0, 1, 2 and 3. Similarly, print a sub 1 will display the second item in the list, that is dog. The print statement print a sub 2 will display the third item in the list, that is horse. The print statement print a sub 3 will display the last value in the list, that is cow. So we can access an individual item in the list by specifying its index within square brackets with the list name. An index is an integer. An index of a list starts from 0. Therefore, in the list of n items, the last item has index of n minus 1. Negative indexes. We can also use negative integers for the index. The integer value minus 1 refers to the last index in a list. The value minus 2 refers to the second to last index in a list and so on. Example. In this example, a list of 4 items is assigned to the variable a. Because we have used a negative index, the Python code a sub minus 1 would evaluate to cow, a sub minus 2 would evaluate to horse and so on. In this case, we start counting from the right, that is from the last position to the first position of the list. The integer value minus 1 refers to the last index in a list. The integer value minus 2 refers to the second to last index in a list and so on. Since minus 0 is the same as 0, negative indexes start from minus 1. In our example, the first print statement print a sub minus 1 will return the last value in the list, that is cow. Similarly, the print statement print a sub minus 3 will return the value dog, which is the third item from the end. Indexing error. Python will return an index error message if you use an index that exceeds the index value in your list. Example. In this example, a list of 4 items is assigned to the variable a. Here valid indexes are 0, 1, 2 and 3. Because the first index starts from 0, the last index is 1 less than the length of the list. Here the last index is 3. But we have used 4 as an index which exceeds the value in the list. So Python will return an index error message that list index out of range. Similarly, if we use negative index -5, Python will return an index error message that list index out of range, because here valid negative indexes are -1, -2, -3 and -4. Python will return an index error message if you use an index that exceeds the index value in your list. Type error. Indexes can be only integer values. Floats, data types will cause a type error. Example. This example will cause a type error. Indices can be only integer values, not float, string or non-data types. But here we have used a float value. So Python will return an type error message that list indices must be integers or slices, not float. Python will not return any error message if we use Boolean values true or false, because the numeric value of true is 1 and false is 0. So by using Boolean values, we can access the first and second items in the list. Next video is nested lists and lists are mutable. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Contact us ambikarai27@gmail.com. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions or suggestions. Thank you.